Welcome back to the Embodiment and Accountability Podcast. Today is episode 7, and I'll be chatting with my beautiful friend Dawn about sacred ceremonies and what we have been preparing and to share with all of you. So just waiting for her to request coming on. There she is. So you'll need to ask to join. It's the little camera with the plus, because I can't add you to, oh, maybe I can. Oh yeah, okay, I can do that. Don't know if it's gonna work. Let's join, accept.
Okay. Hi.
Hey, how are
Good.
you?
Sorry about the technical difficulties.
No
Okay.
worries. All good. Yeah, it's very casual.
Perfect.
Oh, yay! I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so
Oh my
much
gosh.
for taking the time to talk with me about what we've been, creating behind the scenes. And I'm just so excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. I can't wait to share this with everybody so that they know what it is that we're up to, what we're wanting to bring out into the world, specifically for women. And it's just magical stuff. So I'd love to dive in and just talk a little bit about it.
Would love to ask you to maybe share a little about you, just so that, we have a little information on you.
Ah, of course. So, my name is Dawn, and I am a somatic coach and a trauma-informed breathwork facilitator. And that's how I met Ariane, was through Pause. That's where we were certified. And I am here to help women just really step into who they are. And so for me, I went through a lot. I had to find myself and step into who I was. I have been through a to have to really go inward. I hit a really hard rock bottom, and that's when I was introduced to breath work. And then from there, somatic coaching, using the body to release all of these traumas and all of these emotions that we hold on to, and we try and keep it all together. That's what I did. I wanted to always keep it together, and I was falling apart on the inside, and then my world on the outside started falling apart, and I'm like, okay, I've got to do something different.
Yeah.
And so, that's how it all began.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
So let's dive in. So, like, maybe where do we want to start? Like, talking about,
Let's, yeah,
go ahead.
I was going to say, let's start with the night that you and I, when I called you, really pissed off.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's start
Let's
there.
start there. It's good place. So, do you remember that night?
Yeah, oh my God. It was like, I don't know. It was so powerful because like you were talking to me about like how you were feeling like angry and like all of that like rage inside of you, and I was just like, whoa. Like I didn't say it to you like in the moment, but like in my head I was like, I've been feeling like that this week. I'm like, what the okay. And so it was just like I don't really remember like exactly like why we were feeling like that, but I just feel like that doesn't even matter at this point. It was just more like the feeling inside that we needed to like get this out and not like keep it like festering inside. And it's just like, this is so interesting, and I've not been one to feel like, or maybe like to observe that I'm feeling angry or like really like rage. And so that has been interesting, just like for my own um, journey and my own like healing and everything, of just like being accepting that I'm feeling those feelings, right? That's like the first step, I feel. And I don't know, when we talked about it, and I was just like, oh, I've heard about like these sacred rage ceremonies. Like, isn't there like any one that you could go to like near you? And then it was just like, I don't know if
Yeah.
you want
I was like, that's a
to.
great idea. I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, well, where? I don't, okay, throwing plates. Okay, that's not going to get this out. Okay. Throwing plates, people. Okay, maybe for a second, but then it's still there and I'm still holding it in. And it was like the plate gets to take the, if I need to physically feel it and get it out of my body, and throwing something that's wonderful, but it did still was like, there's more that needs to be released. And so, and I love that you had said like were always used to kind of keeping it in, and you weren't really, when you even felt that anger coming up that week, you were like, oh, and you kind of suppressed it in a way of like, okay, until I came to you in that moment saying like, I'm so pissed. Like, I need to do something with this anger that's productive, that's not going to harm anybody or myself or get me arrested.
Yeah.
But like, no po people. And I was like, yeah, so that's what got me. When you had said that, I was like, oh, that's so good. But it also reminds me of, you saying that is how it is. It's just, I was a big rager when I was a teenager. I mean, to the point that I had so much anger because of what was going on in my home, that I used to slam my bedroom door, and I would slam it, and my dad ended up taking my door off of my bedroom.
What?
Yes, but I had nothing, I had nowhere to express my anger. But instead, what I was taught was, you express yourself, I get in more trouble. And I would be sent in my room for even longer for expressing my anger. And so I didn't have an outlet for my anger either. And so I think there's so many people out there who had to stuff it down, and especially women, right? We are not able to fully be able to, and if we do, we're crazy. Look at her, she's crazy over there. But a guy can exactly. But a guy can walk in and he's all, ugh, and people are like, ooh, he's pissed. What's he gonna do? And it's acceptable. And that's not
Yeah.
okay, because we're all human and we all have the same feelings and emotions. And I do want to say vice versa. It's, for us to be crying and open, for a woman to do that, people are accepting of that. But when you see a man, it's seen as weakness, or like, oh, I don't want to, he doesn't have it together. And I think that's not okay either. So so what we're trying to do is say, you know what, it is healthy to express, whether it's anger or sadness or joy, whatever it is, it's beautiful. And we celebrate that. And that's what this is all about, is celebrating all of you and everything that you want to bring to the table, the messy, the beautiful, all of it. Yeah. And so, yeah, so that night you said, where's the, maybe sacred age? I'm like, there isn't one around here. I'm like, then we have to start something. And then you're like, so yeah. And then you're like, yeah. So that's how the seed was planted. And that's how this whole idea bloomed, was your suggestion, and then us both feeling it, and the rest is history.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just love that so much. Thank you so much for sharing what you said, because like it's so important to like validate that we have all of these experiences, all of these feelings, and they're all normal. Like we need to like normalize how we all feel, and to create, like you mentioned, like outlets, like safe outlets where we can not hurt anybody, not hurt ourselves, and to just like, and not be judged, not be criticized, or like, and like it safe in that way, right? Where we're feeling that, oh, it's okay for me to feel that way, and to like express it in a certain way, so that it's moving through my body and not staying stuck somewhere, like, and causing pain or, like sometimes like disease and things like that. And so it's so important to understand that what we're feeling creates how, like, everything in our body. And that's just so amazing to have so many tools that we've acquired throughout the years with like our journey and with like the courses that we've taken and all of that, and just like people that we've looked at and seen what they're doing and be like, oh, that's like super interesting. Like I've seen like sacred rage ceremonies on internet, and I was like, oh, that's a thing. I'm like, that's so cool, because it's like honoring all of those parts, all of those yucky parts that were like, oh no, I don't want to go there. Like, that's dark. Like, I can't go there. That's not love and light.
Right, right. We're always, I'm a good person, so I want to always, and it's like, you know what? You could still be a good person, but you can be a human and have feelings too.
Yeah. And it's just like normal to have all of these feelings, to not feeling understood, to not feeling seen, or like feeling like somebody did something wrong to you. And like, all of these things are valid and like normal, and like we just need to have places, sacred places, where we can honor those parts, thank them, have like the whole ceremony, the whole like thing that we get you through, like, and to just at the end release it with gratitude
Yes.
for the things, the lessons that they taught you, for like the protection that they gave you in some way, right? Because all of what we create in our lives, it's ultimately it's so that like we're feeling safe, we're feeling protected in a way from something that was hurting us or whatnot, right? And so
Yeah, and this creates that beautiful safe space for people to come and do that. And in our sacred rage ceremonies, we don't just do rage. We do all different topics and all different things, but specifically right now we're just talking about our rage ceremonies. And when we do these ceremonies, it's a time of not just, it's not just the whole time we're doing this, we're releasing anger. We're also coming in to our body with some breath, and getting into like a more calm, peaceful, meditative state, seeing what is in the body, scanning the body, and then noticing what's there, and then coming out and taking that in which we find and expressing it, whether it's through mantras. Sometimes we'll do mantra movements over and over, empowering, so empowering. And then also we will maybe have a couple songs where we are just like dancing it out, stomping it out, really tribal, like animalistic movements. And yes, woo. And it's so freeing, you guys. If you've never done this, I mean, you don't have to look good. Nobody cares. No one's watching. This is all just you. Even if you want to turn off your camera sometimes, if you're not comfortable at the beginning, that's absolutely okay. We just want you to bring yourself to these sessions and just come knowing that it is safe and supported, and that you are welcome. And the experience that you will have in the end, there are people who are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that was in there. There are tears that come out. There's laughter that comes out. You guys, we have fun. We dance, we move, we make sound, we breathe. What else? What else do we do?
we
We do it
celebrate
all.
we celebrate. Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, because with that gratitude, and that like we even like sometimes have like I am statements to just like really bring in that power that we get to get back in touch with, by like you've mentioned, thank you so much, by going back into our own body and like taking charge and be like, I'm the boss here, like I'm the one who's in charge, who's commanding what's happening. And so like I'm the one deciding that this is no longer serving me, even if it wasn't really, but like in some place somewhere it was,
Right.
to like our protectors and things like that. And but yeah, and to just like release the these feelings and to use our body, like you've mentioned, use the sound, the breath, the movement, and all of like other beautiful tools that we're using.
Even touch. We do touch.
Yeah, yeah,
Being there
exactly.
and showing up and just giving it. We so many times we give our power away, or we expect somebody else to give us what it is that we're looking for and we need. And you know what? I mean, absolutely, that's bonus cherry on top. But at the end of the day, it's like we need to show up for ourselves, because that's when we're stepping into our authenticity. That's when we find our power. That's when we can step out into this world like a light and really be able to not only do this work for ourselves, but then we get to touch other people with the work that we do. And so it's just yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just a domino effect of beautiful.
beautiful. Yeah, it's like processing like any feeling. It's not just like anger, it's like all of our feelings. It's when we feel them we can heal, you know. It's just like you have to, what's the saying, like you have to
Feel it,
feel
feel
it
it.
feel, yeah, something like that, yeah.
Healing,
And
feeling is healing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so and it really is, because when we're getting back into like our bodies, and like you've mentioned, like touch, like movement and like breath, it all brings us back into our center, into our own alignment with like between, I'm gonna get a little woo here, but you know, like between our body and our soul, and you know, or higher self, whatever you want to call it, and just like bring everything into coherence, and then we're able to like see everything more clearly. We're able to like receive information, like intuition from our body, and like our body holds so much wisdom, and so like we're capable of like connecting to that and be like, oh, okay, like there's this beautiful emotion or feeling that, you know, that wants to be seen right now. And so it's safe for me to look at it and to process it, to thank it, and then to let it move on, really
Yeah.
release it, right? And it's just like such a powerful, like you've mentioned, process. And like it's not like complicated or anything. It's just you have to take the time to be with yourself and not distract, because I'm used to like distracting, numbing, and you know, just like doing all of
Yeah.
these things that I don't feel my feelings, because like they're uncomfortable or they're painful, or you know, insert whatever word that you know you're feeling when you're feeling your
Yeah.
feelings. And so it's not like all, like I've mentioned, it's not all love and light, right? And like even if you say you're love and light, you still have to get to like the crevices, the darker space, the, you know, all of these shadow parts of you, because if you don't, then it's just like surface level.
Exactly.
You're never gonna get that deep connection with your true self, with your true purpose, with whatever you like that is really like your core essence, if you're not experiencing everything
Yeah.
that is in your energy or in your body, or because like the body is just holding everything for you until you're ready to release it and let it go. And that's like one way that we have found that gets profound results, even if it's not something big. It can be like something bigger, but then you know, it's always like discernment and titration of like how you want to move through things, because you don't want to like re-traumatize yourself
Yeah.
either. That's why like we're trauma informed, and so we're not doing things to like put you back into like something that was really, you know, that you're not ready to go back to, and to just feel like you can observe it and not like be in
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
And I love that you said that, because it's a lot of people are, oh, I don't, this sounds too much for me. It's light. It's, and you know, when I say it's light, it's about coming together and not, even if you're feeling like, I don't know what I'm touching into today. I don't want to go too deep. Your body's not going to let you go any deeper than you're ready for. So I can tell you that for sure. Your body will protect itself. It always has. It has its protectors. So whatever you're ready to have come up or come out, that's exactly what you needed for that day, that time, and you just trust whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And sometimes maybe nothing big is going to happen, but you just got to come together with women and have fun and just give yourself a little bit of time to tap in and just to really acknowledge the beautiful person that you are. Sometimes we're always just running and taking care of everybody else, and this is self-care. This is part of self-care. Yeah, and it's, you guys, it's so good. And every session's different. You will never experience the same thing. We are always doing fun things, coming up with new ideas. So what you may have experienced one time is going to be completely different the next time, but it's all good all the time. And yeah, and what I also, you had mentioned that, you know, you're so used to detaching, and when you feel things coming up, and sometimes just the first step is just even acknowledging that, like you did, and just saying, you know, I tend to do that. And maybe that resonates with somebody, and like, yeah, I do that. I scroll on my phone, or I just go shopping at the store when I'm feeling stressed, or whatever it is. So it's just taking that breath and just being with yourself for a minute and just acknowledging, and maybe even placing your hands on your heart sometimes, and just like, I'm with you. I hear you. I feel you. I acknowledge you, and I love you. I love you right where you're at. And just that pause in that moment just feels good. So if there's anything you want to try today, just to even start to connecting, if you're not used to it, just place your hand on your heart or somewhere on your body that you're just feeling a little tension. Maybe it's your stomach, and just take that deep breath and just say, I see you, and I acknowledge you, and I love you, you know?
Love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's so powerful. I love that. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be like a ceremony or anything. It can be just as simple as this with, like throughout the day. Um, and, our vision for like sacred ceremonies, like we call it sacred feminine embodiment, because we really want to like work with women. We feel really called to work with help women come back to their power, to connect with their bodies. And yeah, so I don't know, like the future for us holds many different ceremonies, sacred ceremonies. And
Retreats,
so- sorry.
retreats even. We love retreats, you guys.
Yes,
That
yes,
is where
definitely.
so
And
much magic happens.
yeah, another thing I wanted to add, from what you added about like the ceremonies not being like the same, you're never gonna be bringing the same you into each ceremonies. It's always gonna be like another version of you, right? And even if it's the same feeling that you're bringing, you've already done some work on it, so it's like a layer
Right.
deeper, right?
No,
And it's always gonna, that I feel like that's like the journey of life, to like go deeper on everything that we have to learn. But I feel like that's the power and the magic of these sort of ceremonies, because it really gets you to, yeah, reconnect with yourself. And like maybe we'll have workshops and all of these like retreats. Yeah,
yeah.
that's really
There's
exciting.
so much fun when you're able to just come into and just give yourself what it is that you need. And that's what we're here for, is just to be able to give 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 people that space to connect and say, hey, you're not alone in this. There's other people experience this. So it's not just jumping into a ceremony. We connect at the beginning, we connect at the end, sharing something that, like a something you got out of the session, an aha or a celebration or a takeaway. We're always connecting, so that, every time we come back together, it starts to be relationship as well. And yeah, which allows us to even feel even more safe to open up and to be ourselves. And how amazing is that? It's so hard, I think, in this world. Everybody's so busy, to be able to find a space where you can connect, release, have fun, be your authentic self, and heal, and not only that, but just expand who you are. You guys, it's transformation, truly transformation within, starts inside and it comes on the outside. And if you join us and you want to do this with us, we would love to have you.
Yeah.
And we're going to share this with you.
Yeah, because yeah, I just love everything that you've shared. So thank you. And like I feel like community has always been like in the last few years for me so important because I feel like I don't know, throughout the generations we have kind of lost that because of, like I feel like sisterhood or, like living uh, the saying like it takes a village to raise a child or something. Well, we don't have that anymore. It's like, that, you have like 9 kids and you're like raising them without your family close by. And it's just
A lot.
like, it's on.
It's a
And,
lot. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I feel like we've lost that maybe, I don't know, because of the witch trials, like everyone was like telling on each other. So like, no, like everyone lost trust in everyone, even like in their own sisters and whatever. And so I feel like having a space where you have community of other women that are there to like support you, hold you, and just be there to like see you and you feel like understood because like you're not alone. I feel like that is so powerful as well because it helps you go deeper into your own body, into your own transformation because you feel externally and internally safe.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain it, but
Yeah. And even those parts of us, we all have those younger parts of us that we have within us that, have been taught to, stay quiet or to be good or to, people pleasing. We have that people pleaser, some of us do. And, the one who's always there for everybody else except for yourself. That would be, hello, that's me right there. And it's like, I'm great at taking care of everybody else, but when it comes to myself, I mean, that was the old version of me.
yeah,
Today, it's a different story. But the old version of me was, if you asked me what my favorite song was, I would have said Frozen, one of the Frozen songs. And this is from a grown ass adult because I didn't even listen to any of my songs. It was all about my kids and all about everybody else and taking
yeah,
care of me. This is time for me. And I'm going to nurture myself. There's something that shifts inside you that you realize I get to come first and I don't have to feel guilty about coming first, and like I said, we don't care if you have your camera off. If that's how you want to start showing up to these sessions and you're like, I'm going to do this, but my camera's going to go off because I got to feel this out. And we get it. We totally understand. And you know what? Just come check it out and try it and see and come back the next time and try it again, because the more you keep coming back and showing up for yourself, the more you're gonna come into who you are, who you really are. Not mom, not wife, not whatever it is that you do at work, whatever your title is, but who are you at your core. And that's what you get to find. That's the yummy part.
I love that. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
much
I just
deliciousness in all of this, you guys. It's like a fresh loaf of banana bread, moist and yummy, just waiting for you to come and devour. Except no calories.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. Oh, yes. Please come and join us. Our next sacred ceremonies will be a sacred rage ceremony, and it's going to be on June 12th at 1 p.m. PST or 4 p.m. EST because we're not in the same time zone, and that's just so cool. And yeah, and I'll just post the links and everything, and I don't know, it's just so
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask away.
Yeah, yeah, definitely come chat with us either like on Dawn's Instagram or on mine, or I'll post the Sacred Feminine Embodiment Instagram as well. And so just come chat with us, ask us any questions, like Dawn said. And yeah, well, we're just like really excited to have this take off and just serve the women and help them and help you basically, just come back to your greatness, to your aliveness, to your wholeness, and to feel more free, to feel, yeah, all of these, like you said, juicy
Yeah.
things. Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Celebrating women. Woo!
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Thank you so much, Dawn, for being with me. I love you so much. I'm so excited for this journey with you. Like really, you're such a powerful woman. You are amazing. I love you so much. So
Oh, I
thank
love
you.
you so much too. This is, yeah, thank you. This is my pleasure. I'm so glad that we had time to do this today.
So thank you everyone for watching the replay. We love you and come chat with us. So thank you. Bye.
Bye.